Hey everybody, good evening. It is Thursday. You know what that means. It's the Wild Women with Wine show. I'm here on Facebook and will also be on Instagram at Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce underscore ELR or Karenlee Poter. Either one, you can see both of us when Karen comes on. So I'm waiting for her now. So I thought I'd check in with you and see how you're doing tonight. This is, what day is today? It is March 11th. And I guess this is kind of a year anniversary for all of us in terms of we've survived a year of COVID nonsense. So I guess we're doing well, huh? How are you coping? How are you holding up? Okay, Karen's on, so I'm gonna ask to join. Let me turn her up here. Sorry about my big old hand there. All right. So if you have any questions or comments during the show, put them in the comments section. Hi.
I'm going to be, oh, there we go. No, that's not, wait, you my request.
I did, I did.
No,
I did request.
no.
Oh, there she got me. Hi.
Hey,
How are
so,
you?
how are you? Long time no talk.
I know. All right. How's it look here? All right. There we go.
Looking
Cheers.
good. Cheers to you guys too.
This glass got kind of full. I think I need to share it with Mark.
No, why would you share it?
Well, I guess it'll be an interesting show.
It's going to be a very interesting show. I just found out we can add people. So
What?
anybody wants to come on, if you're a friend of mine who just hopped on, request to join. You can do more than one person.
Serious? We can have like a threesome?
Oh, you want to have a threesome?
Ah,
Who wants a threesome?
how
There's your
fun.
hands. How are you, David and twin poet 22?
I haven't had a
Um,
threesome for so long.
wow. This is isn't that crazy? It just when I went to go live, that's what it said. Now, wait, this is something novel and new. So,
Uh-oh.
I mean, we could try it, and then if you guys have someone acts inappropriate, we could just kick them right off.
Yeah. Let's give it a try. I mean,
Okay,
if you don't, you try it once. If you don't like it, you don't have to try it again, right?
that's right. Let's try everything
That's
once. Hey, Ray.
that's kind of the rule of the road.
So if you guys are on YouTube, I'm also on Instagram too. So just evening to you, Paul. Um, here we go. Nancy's gonna get all her feathers up and ruffled them right now.
I am.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know. It says, hey Nancy, are you very kinky in the bedroom?
I don't know. That depends on what you think is kinky.
That is true. Do you like to get a back massage?
I love back massages.
Then you're a kinkster.
Really?
I get a morning
Is
massage.
that okay? Good to know.
If you're at home joining us, we don't like to drink alone. We're wild women with wine, so get your glass of wine out and drink with us. Drink to me. I'm
So
saying,
I'm also on Facebook. So let's see if something's weird here. All right. So if you're on Facebook, let me know you're there because I can't see you unless you pop into the comments and say something. Just tell me, tell me something that's on your bucket list in life. Put that in the comments.
whoa, okay, we're going deep.
Go on.
What's on your bucket
What's on your
list?
bucket list?
Hmm, you've probably already fulfilled your entire bucket list.
I mean, I have a few things left. Just saying.
Would you like to share those few things with us? No.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
I have a lot of things. I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Africa. Um,
I'll go to Africa with you.
let's go on a safari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is this so light? Oh shoot! I just
Good evening,
disconnected.
Douglas. So John and Douglas over here, and I know I have more people.
Do?
Yeah, because I can see the number of people, but I can't see who it is. So
Well, say hello, you guys.
Yeah. Come on in. Say hi. Water's
And if you want to,
fine.
I can't comment on Facebook for some reason, but I definitely want to skydive. I know why you can't, because you've probably been banned from posting like I was. But I am no longer banned. Facebook has taken away the restrictions, and I am free to post again. I'll see how long it lasts before I'm off of that.
A big block GM muscle car. There we go.
So anyway, we had some ideas for you guys tonight. I love you too, Andres. Why do I look so freaking pale? I look so pale.
You don't. Your cheeks look rosy for me.
Oh, because it looks good on Instagram. It looks terrible right now on, I don't know what's going on YouTube, but I look like I'm a ghost.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they had a trip. Oh,
Oh.
Isabella, you were supposed to go to Greece.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, you
But
have
it'll
a
make
trip
it that
planned.
much greater when you get there.
You will so appreciate it. I know that's how I felt after not getting to go to Jamaica for a year. And being able to get back there just felt like, it was like I kissed the ground, you know? It's like, thank you, thank you. Thank
So,
you, vaccine. Thank you, vaccine.
Thank you, vaccine. Yeah. All right, how many of you guys are vaccinated and thinking about getting vaccinated? Because we're big promoters of getting vaccinated. Both of us have been vaccinated, and we're both feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah. So some of you might be thinking, why aren't you and Karen together at the same place tonight?
Yeah.
Well, because the weather sucked, and we want to be outside in on her beautiful patio, and so next week is supposed to be 70, so we have a hot date planned for next Thursday.
Oh yeah. So you guys, next Thursday we're gonna be together in one place, and you guys can ask any questions then, and we'll answer them. I want to. I was full on. It's been the worst. Oh.
Yeah.
As soon as you can, you go for it. You know, it's only a matter of time. Wait till May with the rest of the comment full.
Well, Daddy Joe's putting it out tonight. You know, he's saying by May 1st, every state better have it open for everybody. So.
Brendan, you already got your shots, and how are you doing with that? Greetings from Mexico.
Oh, greetings, Mexico.
Yeah, I'd like to find out like where everyone is, like right now. Like how many people are like out of the country? How many people are in Africa?
Yeah, what country are you in right now? Just tell us what country.
Yeah, tell us what country. Brady, I'd like to explain that you're right. It never rains in California.
Well, it sure has this week.
It sure did. I mean, it's good. It's good news that it rained, though. That's more than maybe hopefully it's many forest fires on Earth.
This is true. We do need the rain.
Yeah. So, well, we had some like games planned. We had some fun and games planned for you guys. If you would like to play them, let us know. If you want to join us, by the way, just to see what a threesome is like, request to join.
Yeah, turn us on to a threesome tonight.
Questions from your viewers will show up here. That you on the bottom, you can put a little question down there, and we can try to answer it as best as we can.
So, and I have something funny at the half-hour mark. I have something really funny to read. It's
Don't tease me.
I'm going to tease you. It's called The Religious View of Life, but it's hysterical.
Okay, I'm up for the religious view of life.
Yeah, it's
Bobby
very
Hill
funny.
So far has won the award of being farthest away. He's in Brazil.
Oh, Brazil, wow. What time is it in Brazil right now?
What time is it in Brazil? Hello to you. Brazil, you speak Portuguese. One of my son's friends is out there right now. So what time is it in Brazil? I would like to speak Portuguese and ask you, but I don't know a word of it.
I know. Me neither.
All right, well, whatever. If you guys are farther away than Brazil, let us know. Or if you're close to whatever. Cheers.
Cheers. So, did you have a good day?
As good as it's gonna get. Don't ask me what I did, but
No.
it was just fine.
It's a day above ground. That's always good.
Brian Star wants to join our threesome. You gotta go on Instagram and figure out a way to push the button to get in the threesome. Brazil, Brendan. Hey, Julian.
About asses in Brazil?
Yeah, he says that they are Brazilian women have hot asses.
Well, where do you think the Brazilian butt lift came from? Right?
Thank you. Where do you think the Brazilian wax came from?
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a question for our lovely listener audiences. What do you guys think about grooming? Do you think it's important? Do you think it's not important? Do you think it's a turn on or turn off one way or the other? Curious.
Yeah, grooming question. So Marshall has a question here. He wants me to give him an update on the status of the resorts. I know that they're all open, like Temptation, Caliente, Hedonism, Desire. They're all open. They do have regulations as far as the different countries, uh, testing procedures that you have to do 3 days before you go, and then you have to have a test within 3 days of returning to the U.S. A COVID test. Right at this point, they aren't giving anybody any passes based on vaccine status. Hopefully, that will come. I'm voting for the vaccine passport. I think that's really brilliant.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because think about, so many other countries you have to have vaccines to go there. And if you had a passport that had everything you've had in it from a kid up.
Oh, I would like to know what I've had.
Right?
I can't remember.
Right.
I
So
know I had chicken pox.
there needs to be a central place where we can keep track of vaccinations.
I had a bunch of shots when I went to Africa the last time, and it's beyond me what those are.
Right. So if you had a passport that had that all in there, you wouldn't have to worry about it. So I think that's it. And there's some companies proposing that to the U.S. government. So I think that's pretty brilliant. I like that.
Pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Hernan from Chile said he is the best wine. So salute.
Chilean wine is very good.
Very good.
Oh, is somebody from Ibiza?
Ibiza. They have good wine there too.
Ibiza?
Hola.
I was there for my birthday a year and a half ago.
Happy late Women's Day to us. Thank you so much, Shayla.
Thank you.
My mom has red high heels. Is that sexy or slutty? I think I know why he asked, because I did a video a few years back about dressing sexy or slutty. You know what? I've determined sexy and slutty are both good.
Yeah,
what do you guys think? Is there a difference between sexy and slutty?
We've come full circle. We don't slut shame, so
I don't slut shame anymore.
Yeah.
If someone wants to be a slut, male or female, it's up to
it's
them.
all right, Marshall.
It's all right with me. So.
And we have somebody from Rhode Island here. So.
Rhode Island
yeah.
is in the house. So does that answer your question, Mr. Cucumber? I'm sorry, Mr. Cumber. I thought it said cucumber, but it doesn't. It says Mr. Cumcumber. I also would love to hear when people came up with their names.
There are some interesting names on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we got some other ones.
Yeah.
Are things or G-strings sexy or slutty? Are thongs or G-strings slutty? We just determined that we like them no matter what they are. You like to wear thong? Go for it. You like to wear G-string? Go for it. You like to dance around in men's boxers? Go for it.
I think the word slutty and sexy are synonymous. They're not. Slutty there's no such thing as if you feel good in it, there's nothing wrong with it. Ever.
There you go. Well, if you think
Own
of
it.
slutty as someone who doesn't like has sex without any thought of consequences, I guess that's slutty.
I think slutty has been used to diminish women who are sexy, who are sexual, who are sexually confident,
Right.
who know what they want and don't
They don't
apologize.
Say that
What?
about men.
No.
We never say that about men.
No. I mean, some men are player shamed. So, if they're a player. So I think we need to let go of both of those.
Right.
There's what people want to do with their lives, as long as it's consensual and it's not illegal, go for it.
Yeah, well,
It's none of our business.
And the other thing is, though, that don't hurt anybody while you're doing it.
Right.
That's,
Well, that's
you know,
yeah. That's what I mean. Consensual. I mean, if somebody, I mean, some people do like to have a little pain, so that's
I'm not talking about SNL. I'm talking about hurting someone's, like, if you're in a relationship with someone and you're in a committed relationship and you're doing something behind their back that's slutty or whatever, you know, that's hurtful.
well, that's betrayal. That's not slutty.
Right.
You know.
So
Yeah.
let's say well, slutty and sexy are the same.
Yeah. Somebody over here says, "Amen." Too many judges.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to let go of the judgment words, because those only come back to bite us in the ass.
And pretty much everything lately is judgy.
Isn't it though?
Yeah. It kind of makes me nervous.
The judgy. I mean, we're all judgmental. I mean, that's part of that. You know, that's the ego part of us.
That I'm going to say the wrong thing and someone's going to judge me. You know, that kind of stuff.
Ah.
And then I decided, I was raised in a certain generation, and you know, if I make a mistake, I can always own up to it. You can't go back in time and say, oh, you shouldn't have said this or that, because we were raised in a generation when things were said differently than they are today.
Right. Right.
Men
Yeah.
are never slutty.
Men aren't slutty.
Over.
That. Yeah. I mean,
Thank you.
I think that, you know, we need to stop making what other people do with their sexuality our business.
What's your line?
What other people think of me is none of my business.
Or what other people think of other people is not
Right.
anybody's business. I like
Right.
that, Louise. Sometimes you have to learn to say, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got a couple live ones here. Should we let Bob in?
Okay, let's see. They have to behave.
I hope I just did this right. Bob,
So no nudity, no
nudity and
disrespect.
Bob.
If you're gonna come into our thing, otherwise we will
No
never do it
dick-
again.
Dick shots.
No, please. No,
Good
please.
evening to you, David. No. All right, so I don't know what happened there. They probably were there a while ago. Now since left, we got Gary. I'll try him.
So somebody says gently biting a gal in the booty is fun. Haha. If she likes it. Sometimes biting it can be really sexy, but sometimes it can be annoying as hell.
Natural melatonin helps millions of people fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer.
I don't want to.
Parents of 2 boys under 4.
Hello? I don't think you wanted to be there.
He was very upset about that. All right.
So he asked to come in and then he didn't want to be there?
Well, he's unable to join now.
Oh, okay.
All right. You know, we might have freaked him out.
Probably. Because we
Yeah.
told him no nudity and no dick pics.
No, I think he just got freaked out. He pushed the wrong button.
Oh.
Okay, so we got here. My mother went on a vacation to Gambia 4 times, and all by herself. She's a brave woman. Good for your mom, Mr. Cumcumber.
So Sailor Willie
You know
said,
what your name, Mr. Cumcumber?
Sailor Willie says, I feel as humans we know less than 1% about sexuality. I totally agree. After earning a doctorate in human sexuality, I realized what I didn't know.
Yeah.
And what kills me is to meet other professionals like I know some marriage family counselors who had one class of human sexuality in college, and they think they're the experts. You know?
Oh, we got a live one. Who is this?
Stop stuffing with Nicorette.
Gary,
Hi, Gary. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
We're doing great. Welcome to our live stream. How'd you find us?
Huh? It just came up.
Okay.
It came up on my phone.
Okay.
Well, nice to meet you, Gary. Do you have a question for us?
Well, I was wondering if you guys are being safe, staying safe. from this coronavirus.
We are. We're both fully vaccinated, so we're both very safe.
Right.
How'd you like that, when you had to take that coronavirus test?
I've done a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
They're not really fun.
Can you turn down the volume on the TV or whatever's interference? My ADD is kicking in. I don't know what's going on.
There, can you hear me better now?
Yes,
Is that better?
that's better.
It's better. Where are you located?
In Alabama.
Cool.
It's
Nice.
starting to get warm here.
Excellent. Spring is springing.
Yeah.
Good.
God.
We're out in California and it's cold over here.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to live in Washington State.
Okay.
Hey, Brian.
You know what we're talking about.
How are you?
Yeah. Huh?
All right.
What's going on in your life? What can we help you with?
Not much. Just playing around. I mean, I wanted to see what this was like.
Yeah, well, you're brave. You can take the courage to join in, and I'm glad you did.
Well,
And it's very nice to meet you. If
No.
you guys are on YouTube, we got Yuri here, and he's on Instagram Live. We just found out about a feature that they allow threesomes on here. Hey, you're having a threesome with us, Gary.
you're the first. You're the first person we've had a threesome with, Gary. Here's to ya.
Now you can say that, and never have I ever. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are great.
Thank you.
You're both great.
We knew that.
Thank you, Gary.
Well, I got you on my Instagram though, Karen.
Oh yeah, how'd you find me?
See, that's my secret. I can find me.
He works for the CIA. Don't tell anybody.
You got TikTok, anyways.
Oh, believe me, I'm very well. I'm addicted to TikTok.
Yes, you are.
I have a TikTok.
That's how I found you.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's
Love
how
that,
you find
Michael.
That's how you find a lot of people.
I know. It's a way to meet people from all over the world, just like this place is. Just like Instagram and YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2012. How about you, Nancy?
Yeah.
Nancy.
I don't know how long. It's been a long time.
So.
And you're great. You're great too.
Thank-
Both are great.
Thanks, Gary.
Beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet. We'll take
Well-
compliments anywhere we get it.
Well, it was great to meet you, Gary. Come back next week. We'll be in the same location, and that'll be really fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, guess
Oh,
what?
I will.
You broke our Instagram threesome virginity. You're the first one. We'll never forget you.
Broke our three-way cherry.
I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
All right. You stay safe and take
You
care of
guys stay
yourself.
safe and everything.
You
So,
too.
Well, nice to meet you, Gary.
Nice to meet you guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, we got someone else who's coming in.
All right. What do we got here?
Hey.
Hello. Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. First I want to start off by saying it's a pleasure being live with y'all. I've been watching Karen for about a couple of years now.
You are a smart
So-
man.
Yeah, but thank you for all you do. It worked. All your dating tips
Thank
and
you.
on what to say and what not to say when you approach a female. A lot of times us guys don't know how to do that because we go into shy mode and all that stuff. So, but I really appreciate it. And I haven't found what I look within my own race. And I've always dated on my race because, a lot of times you have, I'm just going to say it, you have most black women that have attitudes and angry all the time. And, it just don't work. So I just, I have a huge attraction to Caucasian women. And, I feel like y'all treat men more better. That's how I see it.
Where are you located?
Your town, Illinois.
My town. I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
from
there
Illinois.
anymore. I'm not there
Yeah, I'm
anymore.
in Illinois. Yeah, I was born and raised here in Illinois. It's cool. Just I'm ready to leave though. I'm just getting tired of the politics here. It's getting terrible.
It is kind of crazy over there. So you said a lot of stuff, and I think it's way too much that we can go into on this live show right now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I do appreciate the compliments about any help that I've given you. One last thing I'd like to just say is just don't give up in any race. I mean, because
Yeah, but you guys got to look at it this way. A lot of times things are happening because the truth of the matter is that it got to do with their upbringing as a child, and if they were not raised properly, the father was not in the household. There's an issue, and that most, not all, but most women will resent their mothers, and they have the same mindset as their mothers, and they become betas. So when they're betas, they have the same mindset as their mother, and their father was not around to protect them from their mother. So a lot of times you got to bring that up too, between being a beta male and an alpha male. Now let me ask you this: would you rather be with a beta male or an alpha male?
well, Nancy, you want to go for this one?
Well,
I know you've been chomping at the bits to get to this, so
well,
let's go for it.
I mean, I have so much to say. We could take up the whole hour, but
Yeah.
I think that the whole alpha male thing was actually debunked by scientists. That was discovered in wolves, but not humans, because humans have discernment, intellect. We certainly have intuition and instinct, but we have much more than that. And so I think there are just people that tend to be more assertive, and there are people that tend to be less assertive in their personality traits. But I don't know that it's a beta or an alpha. So I'll just start with that. And I think you're right. I think a lot of who we are has a lot to do with how we've been raised. It also has a lot to do with how the world around us treats us. And you and I both know that women of color have been treated the worst out of about anybody on earth.
And how is that? How is that? You elaborate with me what you mean they've been treated out of the worst, because there's men that've been treated, the worst as well.
Oh, I think men of color have been treated horribly, 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 and women of color have been treated even worse, because they have not had voices. They've been undervalued. They've been abused. They've been raped. They've been murdered by society. They've been, if you look at the healthcare, if you look at pay, they're at the lowest point on the scale. So,
but I have to disagree with you on that, because every culture and every ethnicity has similar struggles.
Certainly.
And everything. And
certainly.
Our battle today is not a race issue. It's a spiritual battle between good and evil, right or wrong. So I will have to disagree with you on that one.
Well, you can disagree with me, but I'm going by data, by research, data, information.
That's amazing.
I mean, so it's not me. I'm really. It's not my opinion. It's data that I've looked at to see how the world is equitable and inequitable. And it's like the data that we look at on how black men are treated by police. We have to go by what we're seeing, data, fact, right?
Okay, all right. So, I'm gonna break this down to you real quick. Okay. I'm gonna be home because I know some other people want to get on here. But it's not the police. If a police give you a lawful order to stop, hey, come here. You're supposed to obey the law. That's how it was for me when I was growing up in my household. We was taught to obey the law. Stop resisting arrest, because when you resist arrest, you're gonna get hurt. See, that's another thing that they're not putting out there, especially these, we're talking about politics, but still, they're storing these things in these guys' head that it's okay to resist arrest from the police when it's not. So it's not the police thing. It's if you listen and they tell you something, then it's a different story. Are you
telling me, are you saying that black men are not accused more by police and stopped more often by police simply for being black than white people are stopped for simply for being white. Is that there's no difference?
Yes, that's the difference, because it's not about skin color. Okay, it's about if you're doing something wrong, then you know what, you're gonna get stopped.
Well,
If you dealing
I
drugs,
have a lot of black friends that have told me story after story after story about being driving and just being pulled over while being black. No, nothing they were doing, and things they eventually got things thrown out of court because it was a false imprisonment, it was false arrest, it was false because they're of the racism that's happening. So I'm glad that you haven't had that experience. I'm really glad you haven't. That makes my heart feel so happy for you, because
yeah.
I that would be horrible if you had experienced that. But I know you're.
I mean, I got pulled over, but I was not rude to the officer.
Right.
See, they're not explaining this. There's good and bad in everybody. Okay, there's some guys that should be cops. I agree with that. But don't make it seem like, you know, that cops are bad, because a lot of times they defund the police. Who are you going to call when you need help?
Well, that's not what defund the police means. But we, like I said, you and I could have a great conversation. We should probably do that sometime. But we need to move on with the show tonight. And
I do want to.
Yeah.
I still want to say. I think the main thing we have to realize is that you can't speak in superlatives. You can't say all blacks are this, all whites are this, all
Right.
black women are this. All,
Right.
you know, you just can't say all of anything, because you are a black man, and maybe you're different than other black men that you know. So, I mean, you wouldn't want to be categorized as a black person only. You want to be looked at as a whole person.
right.
But it affects the whole race when you see other people out there doing wrong. Now, I get some people here
Sure.
saying that you know, Black Lives Matter. Okay, go to the urban neighborhoods and ask them that too, if Black Lives Matter. Because you know what? Okay, all right, all lives matter. We all bleed red.
Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for sharing your point of view with
Yeah.
us. I totally appreciate that.
Yeah.
I have great respect.
I mean,
Thank you.
It does take courage to speak up against what a lot of people just go with. Well, I'm black,
Right.
so I gotta support the Black Lives Matter movement.
Right.
And I respect the fact that you can speak up and speak how you really feel as a black man, and it's totally fine with, you know, for you to have your opinion. You have every right.
We need Christianity and love back in our country. We don't need this country to be divided.
Well, I agree that we definitely need something.
We need something that doesn't divide us. I don't think Christianity is very divisive, so I don't think that would be the answer, but I think we need love. We certainly need love. And we need acceptance. Yeah.
All right, y'all take care. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
I appreciate you coming on, and thank you for all your love and support over these years.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Woo.
All right. That was
Okay.
DJ.
All right.
Well, we got Danny's coming on. Kindness and respect for others.
Yeah. Jack says that conversation went astray quick. Woo. Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you again, David, for the super chat, and thank you for all you guys hanging in there. Some of these people are agreeing with DJ and saying he knows what's up, isn't the, you know, and all that kind of thing. There's plenty of people on Instagram are saying it's a completely different situation than what, you know, kind of agreeing with you. So anyway, I mean, this is not. I think we should speak up for all races. And I think we should speak up when we see this injustice, but I also think we want to keep this a light show, or, you know.
Well, and I think it's okay. It's okay to have those moments where we go, okay, this is really important, and then we can go. Then we can go to the religious view of life. Are you ready?
Let's go. I think it's about that time when we do the religious view of life.
Yes. AKA shit happens.
Shit happens.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
let's hear it.
what is paganism? Shit happens to make the flowers grow.
Okay.
Okay. Hinduism. Shit happens, Rama. Buddhism. This shit happened before.
Okay.
Zen. What is the sound of shit happening?
Oh my God. Where'd you find this?
Islam, shit happens because it's the will of Allah. Protestantism, shit happens because you didn't work hard enough. Catholicism, if shit happened, then you deserved it.
Oh,
Judaism, why does shit always happen to us?
I was gonna
Judas.
see. I was gonna tell that to the last guy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Every time it's a Jewish person, you're like, oh no, not another Jewish one. Why are we the chosen people?
And atheism, no shit.
No shit.
And finally, our favorite, Rastafarianism. Let's smoke this shit.
Smoke this shit. All right.
So this comes from a veteran who grew up right next door to me.
Really?
Yeah, he's a couple of years ahead of me in high school, and so anyway, he shared this with me today, and I just thought that was hilarious.
That's pretty good. I didn't know if you knew the person who wrote that. That's
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty funny, huh?
We still got some comments here that our people are saying, isn't he black? Yes, he's black like I am. Yeah, same. I'm a black man and also dates outside my race as well. Let's see. I'm not a Christian and I'm not religious either. And then we got, he was absolutely right. Now that's on YouTube. And then we got people here on Instagram that are like blowing this thing up because they're so upset about, you know, the racism, etc. So,
Yeah, I mean I mean racism really is just a word for hate. So if we have hate of a group of people just because they look different or they pray different or they think different or they love different, that just creates chaos in a society. So if we find ourselves hating a group of people for how they believe, think, love, or look, we're racist. And there's no good that's going to come of that. There's just absolutely no good.
is someone in our live stream right now?
I think so. How did you not cut him out?
I don't know.
I
can't
think-
tell who's in
I
there.
think he fell asleep.
Did you fall asleep?
Can you exit him out?
I don't know how.
I'm thinking it's not good.
Oh, okay, you guys get. We did not know Isabel. There was definitely somebody doing our stream. I don't know what the hell's going on. If you're in our stream, get out because it's time to go. We're gonna ask someone else to come on.
Can't you exit him?
Let's see if I can ask Brady to come on and get rid of the person that's on. I don't even know how he got on here.
I don't know what's happening there, but I don't think I want to know.
Introduce yourself. David, I never would think you were racist. I don't think, anybody that follows me would be a racist because they know that I'm, big on equality for all and open-minded and not as much as I can be non-judgmental. So I did not think you were racist. Where is the best place to find cougars? Now we're talking questions we've never been asked before.
The grocery store.
Oh my God, that guy was on for like 4 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for your patience, everybody. Thanks for your patience.
Fuck Games Day Cougars. Get this book.
Fuck
Go to
Games Day
chapter
Cougars.
Where to Find Cougars. It's chapter 6.
Okay.
Where to Find Cougars. It's all in here. It's in a little cheat sheet manual.
So here's what we need to do, I think, Karen. So when people
Yes.
want to do a three-way with us, we need to make it a quickie. So if you want to come in as a three-way for a quickie,
Yeah.
come in, ask your question, and then go out so we can answer the question.
Yeah.
Come in, go out.
David, thank you. Yeah, if you guys got a question for us, come on in on Instagram. Let us know what your question is. Write it down here, and I'll ask. We'll discuss it. It was me. It was Danny. Danny, what happened there? You decided to come in and take a nap?
Sounds like you were snoring.
I was gonna say.
So I have a question for you.
What?
What is the most beautiful sound in the world?
That snoring we just heard.
That was beautiful. I was hoping it was snoring. Here's somebody that just asked me, do you make out love with all the guys in your Instagram pictures? Wouldn't that be fun? But
How did you know that she has been making out with all kinds of guys?
I just make out with them all.
All right, here's a question from Me Do. Does women in their late 50s still have sex?
Oh dear Lord.
Let me tell you
No,
what,
because at 50 your pussy slams shut and it never opens again.
there's a little combination line. You open it about 18 to 20, closes about 50 to 55, you're done. Yeah, we do. Women in their late 50s still have sex. They probably want sex more than
More than ever.
30s.
As soon as your baby making capability is gone, man, you want to get laid all the time.
Or just maybe it has nothing to do with baby making. Maybe it just has to do with,
But don't you think women become more free? You know, it's like don't have to worry about birth control and all
Yeah.
that.
Do you guys feel that you want sex as much now as you did maybe 5 or 10 years ago?
What would you say, Karen?
Do I want sex more now?
Mm-hmm. Than you did 5 or 10 years ago?
I wanted sex a lot more when my husband passed away because I had had sex only with one person for 24 years. So when he passed away, all of a sudden I'm single, and I'm like, I mean, and this is, by the way, something that has been scientifically studied with women that are widows, and you just decide that you want to feel alive again, so you want to have sex more. So I was definitely much more into sex at that point than at any other point, I think, since I was like 19. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The women of 9/11, the survivors, they wrote books about how they were just so freaking horny.
Yeah. I think anytime you have trauma, or you think about when you've had something happen that's really frightening, it's like that adrenaline rush and that burst, that it's like it creates like a cascade of hormone responses in your body, and also it makes you realize how short life is.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
You want to, and also it helps you feel, like I said before, that you're alive again. You feel like you died, that if someone important to you dies, and it makes you feel like you're not dead. So,
Yeah.
what about you? Are you hornier now than you've ever been?
I think so. I think so.
I do love this one.
And
Jack Creek says, I'm 28, always been attracted to older women to the point where I'm not attracted to anyone my age. Why do you think younger men like myself are way more attracted to women your age? I get that question a lot, Jack. I'm just going to go by saying I think the main reason that you're attracted to older women is their confidence in general, their confidence level and their independence and their wisdom of having gone through many life changes, and I think that's attractive to people, and it makes them more sometimes adventuresome.
yeah, and we don't put up with the shit, and we don't give it out, and we don't put up with it. So
And also, I also think that women older women don't play as many games because we just got over that. That's a younger woman thing.
right.
Not to say that there aren't young, confident women that you can't find that are your age, but there's something that an older woman brings to the table, obviously, that you can't get when you're in your earlier, you're not even 25 yet, for example.
Right. Here's an interesting question is, in a world which has now become tedious for men to compliment women because of fear of sexual harassment charges, does it feel like men compliment women on their looks more or less or just the same? What do you think?
I didn't really get that question.
Well, he's saying that now it's like men are more. If men compliment women, they're more afraid of being accused of sexual harassment. And so, do women feel like they're being complimented more or less on their looks? And I think a lot of men haven't gotten that memo. First of all, because I think there's so many more things to compliment women on other than their looks.
Yeah.
So many more.
It almost makes. I mean, I appreciate when I'm complimented, but it almost makes me like uncomfortable because
Well,
I'm like, okay. I mean, what are you saying then? Like, I wouldn't walk up to you and say, "You are just so beautiful." I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
It makes me feel a little weird.
I think, women have been typically very objectified and dehumanized with how we've been treated by lots of people. And so the more you can pay attention to what women value, who they are, what they create, how they think, what they're about, and compliment them as a human being, the more women will respond to you in a positive way. Just saying nice tits, nice ass, it makes women feel like a piece of meat. Same thing, I think the same thing goes for men, but men have not been treated as poorly about being objectified as women. So,
I mean, I think that's what I constantly say about why I don't believe in, like, for me, the OnlyFans page is because I don't want to be thought of as just a body. That's it.
right.
You know, I want to be thought of as someone who's got a brain up here, someone who's got some personality, someone who's got some passions, and some things that, make me unique. And I don't want to be thought of as, oh yeah, let me stick, a dildo up my ass.
That we're just a whole, right? We're just a whole. I mean, here's a clue for men out there. Any man listening, women don't
Listen up.
women don't want to be your masturbation tool. If a woman feels like you're just masturbating with her body and you're not interested in her pleasure, her boundaries, her desires,
You're not gonna have a second time.
no, and you will not be thought of fondly. And believe me, she will talk to her girlfriends.
I know, it's true. If I've been in a situation, not many times, because I generally am pretty knowledgeable about a person. I mean, when I was single, it was a little different, but I've been in situations where the guy only focused on the guy and didn't focus on me, and there was never going to be a second chance.
Right.
It's just so, it just makes you feel like, what the hell? Why am I here? And I don't want to be with this person if they don't really care about me.
This is a great question from Jack. When women your age, like younger men, what are the traits they look for? What makes a younger man more attractive to you? And I think we can all agree it's difficult to find an older woman as, I'm not sure, as a younger man. So Karen has a book that has all of that in there
What
for
ways
you.
date cougars? All you want to know out there is right in this book.
And how do you
There's so much-
and how do you get over the stigma of dating out of your age range?
Well, I mean, I have a chapter 10, dealing with stigmas and objections.
There you go.
Chapter 10.
Go buy her book, Jack. Go buy her
Yeah,
book.
Jack,
Support.
it's on Amazon. It's
She
called
is.
Book Games, Date Cougars. I suggest you buy it. And if you have any questions about older women, they'll be in there because I have a lot of guys in there too that have written about their experiences and how they handled being with older women. And it's true that there are a lot of stigmas still of older women dating younger men.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but I think the main thing is if you can't care about what people think, like we talked about earlier. If you're so worried
Right.
about what people think, you shouldn't even be dating anybody because you're a little boy then. People have to respect you as a man and your decisions of who you want to be with.
And I
And
will.
I know it's hard. It's not easy because you're dealing with some judgmental, especially family members. But you gotta be able to
How do you tell a woman you want to be her masturbation? You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
Okay. Let's see. Since I fantasize about my mom, I do not watch porn anymore. Okay, thank you, Mr.
So Jack, you really need to get Karen's book. I mean, seriously, she has put a lot of time and energy into
Yeah.
creating this book for exactly what you're asking. Buy her book,
Everything
support
you're
her
asking,
work.
I asked before.
That's a sign of respect that you trust her. You trust her enough to ask her this question. Buy her book. She's written it all out there for you so you can study it. I think one of the things that that holds my attention with a younger man, even as a friend, is that they have a true curiosity about life, and they're not cocky or arrogant, and that they're interested to learn. You know, that they're open to growing, and they also have a depth of character. You know, they've been through some stuff. They have some wisdom through some life experience. I think that that's always interesting. So go live some
I
life.
The most challenging thing about being a partner to meet your bringing your partner to meet your family would be what? Again, I said read the book, Fun Games Day Cougars. It's on Amazon by Karenlee Poter. That would be me. Again, I do a whole chapter about introducing the people to your family. It's going to be hard. Honestly, you're never going to be, if you're worried so much about pleasing your mommy or your daddy or your sisters or your friends,
Yeah.
you're never going to be happy. You've got to really be with the person that you want to be with.
Right.
And as much as I might not have agreed with DJ before who was on, at least he knew what he wanted, you know? People have to be with who they want to be with.
Right.
And not worry about what society or anybody else thinks and what their friends think or whatever, you know? It's your choice to be with who you want to be with. So, yeah, it may be challenging, but it's going to, in the long run, be better. You are able to overcome that, and you'll get closer to your family. And then when you explain to them, yeah, this is the person I'm into right now. You know, this is maybe not the person I'm going to marry, but this is the person I'm into right now. You have perspective.
So Brady says, I feel like it takes time to build chemistry with a girl you're attracted to compared to the old days. Well, you know, actually, Brady, the old days did offer a lot more time to build chemistry because communities were smaller, people didn't migrate so much. They stayed in the same vicinity, so you knew a person's character, their family, their history, and so you had time to build all that. Now with things being so virtual and
Especially now.
global, you know, you have to take time to get to know who a person is because you don't have anybody to vet them for you. You cannot give someone the benefit of the doubt whom you have no track record with.
Right.
Don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt who you don't know their character. Because think about it, benefit of the doubt means I know your character, I have a 20-year track record knowing who you are, who your family is, what you stand for, and now you do something that's out of character. So I can give you the benefit of the doubt. You can't give a total stranger the benefit of the doubt.
No. I think you got to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Now more than ever before. It's a life-threatening thing. We only have a few more minutes. I did want to introduce who my co-host is here. Some people were saying, "Who is this person you're speaking to?" Here she is. This is
Hi.
Nancy Sutton Pierce right here, my partner here of Wild Woman Wine, and you can find her. She's going to give you all of her websites and links and everything right now. I'm just going to put you back down, Nancy. So you want to tell them where to find you?
So you can find me at DRNSP, as in Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce.com. You can find me at Nan Pierce on Facebook or Nancy Sutton Pierce, CEO of Exotic Lifestyle Retreats. Instagram, Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, ELR, or just Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. I have 2 Instagram accounts. You know, I'm on YouTube, The Sex Host Doctor or Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. So, and all of our Wild Women with Wines I put up on the website, so, or on YouTube. So you can see the archives of our shows. So you can see me, her, me and her. So we put all of that up there so that you can have hours of entertainment.
Is there a YouTube Wild Woman with Wine that I didn't know about?
Well, I put it on my Sex Host, but it's in its own playlist called Wild Women with Wine.
Okay, so go to Sex Host on YouTube, and then you can find all of our past Wild Woman with Wine
Yep.
discussions. This has been an interesting one because we were able to add someone else, a couple other people in. And,
Yeah.
And I think it was kind of interesting and fun to add other people in. So if there's something that you think we could do to improve, let us know. you haven't followed me yet, I'm on Karenlee Poter right here. On YouTube and TikTok.
The TikTok queen you are.
We do have one more request. Should we let him in? His name is Jack. Or this is Jack.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes. So Jack wants to come in. Okay.
It looks like we have Jack. Yeah.
Jack's
wants
been
to come in.
participatory.
No, he just declined.
Oh, he doesn't really want to come in.
Let's see if Bob wants to come in too. All right. Well, whatever. We might try this again next time. And now that you guys know that you can do this, let's see.
Yep, that's how people get catfished, Isabella. That's right.
Yeah. What do you think about mother and son fantasy? I'm not really into that whole thing, Mr. Cumber. Actually, it's one of the things I can say without hesitation. I'm just not into the whole mother-son thing. It's not me.
But it is in psychology and sexology, it is a fetish. It's a fantasy, the Oedipus complex. That's not unusual to have fantasies about your mother, or girls to have fantasies
Okay, so
about their
Mr.
father.
Cumber,
Yeah.
Dr. Nancy said it's not unusual to have these fantasies.
Right. Right. So
I know he.
it's just generally not something that's recommended you act upon.
Okay. I don't know what's going on here.
So Cornell says complimenting a woman doesn't always have to be sexual. Actually, complimenting a stranger should never be sexual. Hello, we can't see you.
Yeah, you gotta put the light. Shine the light, baby. We can't see you.
Sorry, it's a little dim.
Well.
It's very dim.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
I'll
very
fix
dim.
that. 1 second.
Are you like in the dark somewhere?
No.
There you go.
Hi.
How's it going, ladies? How are you?
You're Jack. Are you Jack?
I am.
Hi, Jack.
Jack, this is the book. Fuck Games Day Cougars. F*CK Games.
It's on Amazon.
So that has all the answers.
It has
Here's
really.
everything you need to know about right there.
She's put a ton of work into that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd enjoy it. Where are you located?
Atlanta.
Oh, you were with the other guy that was out here.
No,
You're at
Atlanta, not Alabama.
Oh,
you're
Atlanta.
right. Sorry.
Atlanta.
Sorry. Little too much wine right
Georgia.
now. Same difference.
Georgia turning blue.
A little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Apparently.
So
What's
I
up?
was
What's on
joining
your
to
mind?
clarify on that stigma question that I asked. With the age difference and stuff.
Okay. I think stigmas will always be that other people's opinions, people are limited in their thinking. And I just have to say, let it go. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. There have been so many configurations of relationships that have worked beautifully for the people in the relationship that it shouldn't matter what other people think. So
Yeah.
I follow the saying, what other people think of me is none of my business. Don't ask other people's opinions,
Yeah.
because you'll get them.
And I was the woman in that situation. I've been in that situation with guys that are embarrassed, like, that were going out with me because I was older. And, you can just keep it to yourself, too. You don't need to be if there's one thing is if you want to be in a monogamous or a relationship with something with a woman for, long term, or the other is if you just want to be, casual, friends with benefits or whatever. So that really depends on what you want and how important it is to introduce them to other friends and families who might be judgmental.
Okay.
And
I appreciate you guys.
when people that love you see that you're happy and you're engaged and you're fulfilled, honestly, it doesn't matter what it is you've chosen. They'll fall in place at some point. I've seen that with surprise babies and interracial marriages, and I mean, it's like once people get past the idea of it and they see the humanity of it, the acceptance is much more likely to occur.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jack, I've been in this relationship for 13 years. It's a guy 15 years younger than me, and we've been together.
Okay.
And at the beginning, it was a whole different ballgame.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm kind of coming from. There's stigma all around that. It's easier said than done than just pushing it away.
It
Or
is.
having a secret relationship or something like that.
I don't
Not
re-
everyone wants a secret thing, but so it's difficult at times.
I don't recommend doing the secret thing. I think there's a difference between secret and private.
Right.
So you can have your privacy, but to hold something secret means you have shame about it. So I would look at that first.
Right. No, I agree with you.
Is there someone in your life that you want to have a relationship with that you're considering, and she's older?
Yes, but it's just more difficult to bring that out into the public than just saying, oh, just forget about all this and let it go. So it's a little more difficult.
I hear you. It is.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
You'll feel a sense of freedom once you cross that line. If it's truly a serious relationship and you're both committed to each other, it really it will work.
Okay.
It will.
Well, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for checking in with us.
Nice to meet you. Take
Nice to
care.
meet you too.
Bye.
So last question here, do we have tattoos? I have one on my ankle. It's a lotus with an om. Karen, you don't have any
I got
tattoos.
nothing because I'm too ADD and will change my mind after I get it.
All right, so we're going to get cut off here. So next week, Karen and I will be together in the same location in Hollywood, California, and we will be whooping it up because we haven't seen each other in so long. And we're going to whoop it up. And so we look forward to having all of you come back, and we'll be bringing in
We'd
Brady.
love to see you.
Yeah, Brady's going to come in, and we've got all kinds of people that are going to pop in now that we know we can do
Isabella's gonna
threesomes.
come in.
Yeah.
All right, we love you guys, and just remember, always be safe and take care of yourself. Treat yourself well.
If everything you do comes from a place of love, you will succeed. So stay with that.
Thank you,
And
Brady.
yeah, thank you, Brady. Thank you, everybody, and love you, Karen. See you next week.
We're getting naughty next Thursday.
Yoo-hoo!
Thursday around the same time, 5 p.m. I love you.
Maybe we'll be in bikinis at the pool. Who knows, huh?
Woo, baby.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
All right. Whew. Okay, that was a interesting show. Hope you liked it. It definitely got a little bit. It took a lot of different twists and turns, which is kind of the nature of my life, the twisty turny path that I've been on. So it's fitting that our Instagram would go the same. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week, same time, same station, and we will have something else unpredictable for you. Be safe, take care. Please get in line for your vaccine as soon as you can. It's a game changer. Much love. Peace.